Greetings and hallucinations to all you folks out there. This is a familiar point of view. I have a game for you today on the Fields of Isis. This is a fairly low-end game, a little bit below average Joe's ranking. We've got a 778 and 812 ladder ranking players. We have Belated Cube on the left-hand side wearing the Cybern faction, and Aggressor on the right-hand side going Aeon. Alright, this map really does not need an introduction. It has been around forever and ever, so I'm going to go ahead and jump straight into the game, into the action. We will see where it takes us. Maybe we will get to see something innovative here. I have not casted a game on Isis, or for that matter, watched a game on Isis that had this level player in it. Maybe these guys have laid some good groundwork. I know Belated Cube, I've played in a game or two with him, and he does a pretty good job. I have never seen Aggressor to my knowledge, so we'll just have to see how this unfolds. We've got a Hydro Rush for Cube. He's going to send two engineers right to the front, immediately start power spam with a third engineer. And these guys are going to spread out to grab the mass extractors. The only thing I would say that needs to be added to this build is a reclaim engineer. There are tons and tons of rocks out and about. If you get a reclaim engineer out early and start sucking those up, it will do wonders to better your startup. Aggressor, my comment on his is going to be, well, the same thing. Needs to get some reclaim out because, yeah. Also, do not upgrade 4 mass extractors at the same time, and do not build the land factories at the rear of your base, because then it takes for freaking ever for units to get out to the front. You need to be building your land factories up here more, so that they are ready to go into push units into combat much quicker. There is not enough reclaim up here to pull multiple factories running and all 4 mass extractor upgrades at the same time. And I do like we finally saw him pause and start start assisting those mechs one at a time. So that is a good thing to see. All right. Aggressor is a bit ahead in score. Belated Cube sitting on 23 eco and 2,000 reclaim and counting. Aggressor sitting on 4,000 reclaim and counting. Twice as much, probably because he brought the engineer to the front as well. Another thing I will mention to these players, that these large rocks as well as the small rocks are worth a significant amount of mass. Need to pick these up with manual reclaim, and I would even recommend pushing an engineer across to try to nab the enemy's large rocks before the game really gets rolling, and that can be a real thorn in the side to the other player and get you a boost as well. I like what Belated Cube is doing here. He's built 4 factories around each of these front mechs for the adjacency bonus, and that puts his production nice and close to the front so that he's able to pour units directly into the situation. Cube is now outpacing Aggressor. He's gotten 2 upgrades, is running 2 more, and is balancing his power nicely. I would probably recommend going Tech 2 Factory in the very near future, considering the amount of mass that he's pulling online, but we'll leave that up to his decision. Tech 2 power is much more mass efficient for power production than Tech 1 is, so that is always a good move to make. And yep, there is the Tech 2 land factory. Nice to see, nice to see. Alrighty, gonna see a beautiful run by from Belated Cube. There's a point defense here and here. Nice little defensive option for Aggressor, and those point defense are going to be able to pick up many of the Mantis as they're running past. ACU is going to jump into the fight and land some good hits there. Aurora's cleaning up the mess, and that is going to be stopped in its tracks, only losing 1 mass extractor there. Yes, leaving some reclaim on his doorstep. Unfortunately, that has put him in a defensive posture. He has been pushed out of the forward section of the map. He's going to push out a little bit more here, but Belated Cube actually has an opportunity to bottle his opponent up right here. He can take 75% map control, 1, 2, 3, 6 extra mass extractors, giving him a 12 mass extractor advantage, and just keep his little turtle in its cage and kill it at his convenience. I think I have just come up with a beautiful metaphor for what a turtle actually does to a player. Feel free to use that as you will anybody else who heard that, and forgive my conceited comments. All right. We've got good solid air for Belated Cube. He's pushing a few too many scouts. Yeah, that may be scouts out of one factory. I'm not sure exactly there. I would love to see some drops, though. He is going to go for the full frontal assault. He's got his ACU right up at the front with the gun upgrade. He's going to start laying down some damage on this base here. Needs to kill that Tech 2 factory ASAP. That would put his enemy behind. And he is going to start taking a dive into this base. Tech 1 point defense coming online, but going down immediately. Things are not looking good at all for Aggressor. He's got his ACU in the tangle, landing a clean overcharge on that ACU, but unfortunately facing the gun comm, there's not a whole lot that he can do in this situation. Don't mutual KO, please don't do that. That is not something that you want to do to yourselves, guys. One of you back off. Come on. Back off. Don't. Oh, is he going to survive? Yes. Wow. By an inch. My goodness. That was a good getaway right there. Some units came in, tangled up the pathfinding on Aggressor's ACU, and Belated Cube was able to get just a few steps ahead, and that saved his life. Alrighty guys, that is the end of this cast. That was a quick one for today, but I've got a lot of things going on today, so I'm going to leave you with that one. I will be back for a good cast tomorrow. As always, please send me your replays, guys. I'm running a little bit low at the moment. There haven't been quite as many sent in. Just post them to the comments on these YouTube videos. Post the ID number, and I will be able to get at them in the vault, and that would be fantastic. All right, guys, thanks so much for watching. I will see you around next time.